back with another video regarding how I work out. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on our rear delts. Now guys, you might know, if you watch my other videos, you guys know that I kind of have a bad back. Back is a tricky spot for me, okay? The reason why back is a tricky spot is because I have trouble isolating muscles in my back and working them until failure. All right, so I'm very, very particular about the movements I do with my back. And as you all might be aware, I am not, there are a lot of muscles in your back. You got muscles from the top all the way to the bottom. No one exercise is going to effectively target, at least not one that I've ever found, effectively target every single one of those muscles. So, because this is about what I do, I was asked by you guys, I was asked to show the routines that I do. I'm showing you my routine for what I am doing right now in my current training. For my back, it's mostly upper back, and for specifically my rear delts. Now, why do I focus on my rear delts, guys? The reason why is because my front delts and my middle delts, as you might have noticed, are super developed when compared to my rear delts, okay? The front and the middle pop, the rear is like non-existent. And that's kind of the situation with most people. Most people who exercise, their front delts and their middle delts are pretty decent. And their rear delts are almost non-existent. Not everybody, but with most people. So I don't do front delt work dedicated. I don't do dedicated front delt work. I don't do dedicated middle delt work. I just do dedicated rear delt work, okay? So for that reason, that's what I do. Now today what we're going to be doing, as you can see probably, if you can't, that's okay, I'll just tell you what we're doing. We're going to be doing the reverse fly. Now, this is going to be different than the other exercises that I've focused on with you guys, and I'm going to be explaining why right now. Okay? I don't have my normal 12 rep max on the rep goal, okay? I don't have my rep goal as 12. That is different because every other exercise I've shown you so far, you've seen that I keep a 12 rep max. Well, not max. You could always go over, but I try to make the weight force me into a 12 rep range. That's what I'm trying to say. I try to get my weight to force me into a 12 rep range. The reason why is because I find that is best for maximum muscle growth and development, that 12 rep range. Remember, I'm not a doctor, not a coach. This is just what I do. You guys asked what I do, so I'm just explaining it. So that's what I find works for me. Now, you'll notice this today, with this particular exercise, I am on 20 rep goal, okay? Now, this is going to be different for you guys, obviously, because we all have different bodies. You guys might not even want to do the reverse fly for your back or for your rear delts. There's a million exercises you can do. Find the one you like and stick to it. I, in particular, love this one. I feel like this hits a lot of my back, and I feel like it hits my rear delts the best. And it doesn't cause me pain, and it is the biggest part is, guys, it's fun to me. Why are we on 20 reps compared to the usual 12? My rear delts, and probably your rear delts, are weak, okay? Depending on how long you've been in the gym, depending on your routine, your rear delts might be super weak. Guys, you don't want to go too heavy too soon on your rear delts. What a lot of people have the tendency, I notice, to do is that they'll go very heavy on their rear delts as if they were the same as their front and middle delt. Guys, most of the time that's not the case. People are overdeveloped, again, on the front and the middle delt. The rear delt is lacking, okay? So you might come across somebody who has bulging rear delts. They can do more weight than you. Okay, you can't just lift it up. Your rear delt is not going to respond to heavy weight as good as, for example, maybe your bicep. Let's say you have no bicep muscle at all. You can probably lift a very decent amount and drop it down without a problem. But with your rear delt, it's likely that if you push it too fast, too soon, that it can cause a problem. Now, I have eccentric mode on. But as you guys notice, I have a 20, my rep goal is 20 because I am going to be doing light weight with this. Very lightweight. Until I get to a point where my rear delts can handle a heavier weight. How did I come to figure out what type of weight I needed for this? Not from Tonal. Guys, if I were to use Tonal to give me an estimation on what my rear delts need, now this is important because Tonal chooses the weight for you. Keep this in mind, guys. If I were to let Tonal choose the weight for me, for my rear delts, because I have a lot of power when I do this exercise, because my delts in general are pretty strong, Tonal gives me a very heavy weight. Heavy relative to me, okay? Tonal is going to put me on a 15-pound base weight and then like another 5 pounds eccentric to force me into a 12 rep range, okay? I can do that. My body is capable of doing that. I don't do that purposely because I know I'm going to hurt myself. My delts, my rear delts can't take it. So I lowered the weight by upping the rep goal. I found a comfortable goal, a comfortable rep goal with this particular exercise that works with me and my body. And I found that by experimenting. I started very low and increased it until it was comfortable. So super low, and just increase it over time, throughout, a period of an hour while you're exercising, and find a comfortable goal, whatever works for you guys. Make sure your body's happy with what you're doing. There's no specific structure, for everybody. Not everything works for what works for me isn't going to work for you, and what works for you isn't going to work for me. So this is what I do, though, okay? Now I have 8 pounds per arm, okay, base, and another 2 pounds eccentric, all right? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing this exercise. We're going to be doing this reverse fly. So keep an eye out. We're going to be doing this. And now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking every set to failure. Every set to failure. Just like I've been doing. That hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed, guys, is the fact that I'm not trying to get a 12 rep goal out of this because I'm weak in this area. And so the weight's lower, but I'm still going to be burning myself out. I'm going to be going until I can't go anymore. If I have a 20 rep goal and I can do 50, I'm going to do 50. Don't care. And if I have to raise or lower the weight throughout the exercise, even if Tonal doesn't recommend that I raise or lower it, I'm going to do it. Because I'm looking for a comfortable weight that will allow me to do what I need to do safely without getting hurt. All right, guys? So I'll show you a couple of reps. You guys already know how this is going to end. Okay? We've been doing it for the last few exercises. I'll show you guys a couple reps, a couple of sets maybe. And know that I'm taking it to failure. Okay? I'm focusing on the power output bar. I'm making sure it's 80% or better as much as possible. I take every set to failure till I cannot go anymore. Then I wait the amount of time that it takes for my muscles to be feeling ready to go again. Then I go again, and I do that and do that and do that until I just can't do it anymore. All right, guys? So let's get into this. Extra. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing. Again, I love this exercise. I feel like it hits a lot of my back. It really works my rear delts, and it makes me happy. That's the biggest thing. It's fun to me. So you want to do something that's fun. Don't do something that's going to make you miserable. If you don't like this exercise, do not do it. Find an exercise that's going to work for you. All right? So we're going to go like this. I'm using the trainer on the screen to a point, but I also like to cross my arms over like this. As you see, the trainer doesn't do that. I do it. I'm going to start the weight from this position. All right? And we're on a very comfortable 8 pounds with 2 pounds eccentric. All right? I'm going to try to make sure that my power output, as you might be able to see, my power output is skyrocketing. Because, guys, remember, I have very powerful delts. My delts are extremely powerful. They can handle a lot of weight. They can handle a lot of abuse. But I know that if I try to force them into a 12 rep range for the rep goal, I'm going to hurt myself, okay? So I'd rather go light. I'd rather go light with more reps, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Your body's going to grow anyway. Pull it all the way back and squeeze, and then let the eccentric do its job. Nice and slow coming back. I like to cross my arms and squeeze. I'm on 11 reps right now. All the way back. I hope you guys can see the power output bar. If you can't, I'll tell you right now, it's probably close to 100 on the power output. Get as much power as you can. All the way back. Burning like crazy, guys. I might have to lower the reps. Remember, go until you can't go anymore. If you have a 20 rep goal and you can only do 15, you can only do 15. Nothing wrong with that. And if Tonal lowers the weight, you can always change it back. You don't have to do what Tonal says all the time. Do what your body wants. Tonal's an amazing machine, but you have the option to change things if you need to. Now I'm just hanging out right now, just resting. Heart rate's going crazy. Rear delts are burning like crazy. Upper back muscles are popping right now. They feel like they're on fire. This is excellent. This is a nice, comfortable, happy, healthy weight for me, for my rear delts. Okay, let's pick it up again. Nice and slow on the way back. Tons of power. Nice and slow back. Tons of power. Nice and slow on the way back. Okay, 23 is good for me. Shutting the weight. Now, Tonal has increased the weight because I went over my rep goal, okay, and because my power was high. Tonal has increased the weight by 1 pound. So now it's giving me a base of 9, base weight of 9, and 2 pounds eccentric. Guys, I can keep it like that, or I can lower it back down to 8. Now, for my purposes, because I like to experiment with my body, I'm going to do the next set at this weight, even though originally I put it at 8 pounds on purpose. I'm going to do the next set at this weight, and we'll see where that takes me. And if that's good, then I'm going to go with that. But if I need to lower it again to 8 pounds base, I'm going to lower it because I don't want to hurt myself. All right, I'll see you at the next set. All right, everyone, we are back. So, as you notice, I'm doing a lot less experimenting with this particular exercise, as I mentioned, because with this exercise, I'm weak. So I'm not going to be doing crazy changes with eccentric, crazy changes with the concentric weights. I'm keeping it very, very simple because I know my limitations. If I want to get tough and go ego lifting in my living room, I'm going to end up throwing my back out, throwing my shoulder out, and guys, nobody needs to do that. So I'm going to keep it nice and simple. We're going to keep it nice and light. And again, I let Tonal increase the weight just a bit, but it may actually be more comfortable for me to lower the weight. And if that happens, once I start the set, I'm going to stop, lower the weight, and get back on. I'm not worried about my ego, guys. All I care about is that I don't get hurt and that I build my body up as much as possible. I want to get my delts nice, my rear delts nice and round, just like the front, just like the middle. That's what I'm focused on, and I can't do that if I'm hurt, okay? And again, there's many back exercises out there. There's many back muscles. That's why there's many back exercises, because everyone is going to do a little bit better at targeting different portions of your back. But when it comes to back exercises, my back is very, very sensitive. I have to be careful on what I choose. And I choose this right now at this point in time in my training. So let's go again. This is going to be the second set. Now, I don't know how many sets I'm going to do, but I'm going to allow this to be my last set because I already know that you guys know what I'm doing. I know that you guys know how my method is when I'm exercising because you've seen the other videos. The reason why I'm even recording this one is because I want you to see whether or not I have to actually lower the weight. I want you to see that I am listening to my body and not listening to Tonal. You can listen to Tonal, but be in tune with your body. Because again, if you get hurt, you are going to regret it. You're going to regret it. You're going to end up not being able to build as fast as you desire to. It's going to ruin everything for you, okay? Remember, Tonal, if I left it up to Tonal, Tonal would be giving me a very heavy weight for my rear delts. And I would be able to do it. So technically, Tonal's algorithm is correct. But by the 5th rep, my delt would be thrown out and my back would be killing me and I wouldn't be able to get on this machine again. So know your limitations, experiment, know your body. That is key, guys. Your brain is smarter than this machine. It doesn't know if you're going to get hurt, but you do, okay? So here we go. And do what you love, guys. Do what you love. I love this exercise. Oh, hold on a second. Make sure that I'm capturing. Let me go like this because I moved it a little before. All right, there you go. All right, so here we go. Turn the weight on. Squeeze. Nice and tight. Slow on the way back. This weight seems like it's okay. It's a little heavier. That's how weak my rear delts are. That I can feel the small change like it's a big change. It's only a 1 pound difference. It's only a 1 pound difference. Nice and slow on the way back. Now guys, Tonal recommends that I keep my arms, the Tonal arms, recommends that I pop it one size higher. So Tonal basically recommends that with this exercise for me, for my height, I should have the arms up one more notch. Now guys, we've discussed this in other videos. I'm not going to get too much into it. But long story short, for my body, for my size, for my situation, for my everything, Tonal is inaccurate. Okay? So I keep it down one more notch. And I'm just pointing out that in the video of the trainer doing his reverse fly, he actually has it set up the same height as I do. So I keep it try to keep it as mid chest as possible, not up, not all the way up. Many people, and it looks like Tonal included, like to have their arms very high. In my opinion, you're going to throw your shoulders out. Okay? So you don't want to throw your shoulders out. I have better power, better range of motion with it mid-chest, and so that's why I keep it mid-chest. You guys do what you want to do. You can listen to Tonal, or you can do your own thing. I'm finding that this weight is very good. I'm at 16 reps right now, and I'm already feeling exhausted. I'm not to 20 yet. I'm feeling exhausted. So 9 pounds seems to be good. Nice and slow. Guys, remember, I have spotter mode off. If I had spotter mode on right now, I would not be able to talk to you. I would not be able to rest like I'm doing. Spotter mode would take my weight away. You don't want that, guys. Spotter mode, in my opinion, should be used when you know you're going to get hurt. Or when you have a good feeling that you're going to get hurt. Not when you know you're going to get hurt. You never want to get hurt. 20. Whew. Now let's talk about amazing. Okay? Tonal increased the weight for that second rep by 1 pound. Because it read my muscles and it knew that by increasing it by 1 pound, I would get into a 20 rep range. It increased it just enough for me to get into that 20 rep range, and my muscle, because my weak back muscles, my rear delts, and my rear delts, they're fine with it. They're fine with it. So Tonal's genius shines. This is fantastic. My heart rate is going. I'm going to probably I'm going to be doing these till failure. I'm going to keep doing it set after set. The last set, after doing the first set, I had to wait 10 minutes before I could get on to do the second set. When I feel ready, whether it's 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes, doesn't matter. when I feel ready to get on again, I'm going to come on again. I'm going to do my third set. And I'm going to keep doing that until I can't do it anymore with proper form, or I'm getting super low power output, or I have to wait like 25 minutes before I can get on again. All right, guys? So that's what I'm going to do. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to be getting into not back. We're going to be getting into legs later in the week. And I look forward to talking to you guys about that then. Take care, be safe, and have a great night.